What's up, adventurers? My name is Platinum Phoenix, and welcome back to Pikmin 2. Last time, we got four out of the 5 remaining treasures on the surface of the perplexing pool. And this time, we are going to be heading into the Citadel of Spiders and seeing if we can find anything in here. I will be honest, this is not a difficult dungeon. In fact, I'm pretty sure they intend on you to do this dungeon like the first time you go to the perplexing pool. But I decided to not do that because I wanted to have a dungeon that was easier after doing the stuff in the Valley of Repose. So I wouldn't feel like I'm just going from hard dungeon to hard dungeon and just ripping my hair out with how difficult stuff gets. I'd rather have a couple of easy dungeons spread out in the middle. So I would do easy dungeons at the beginning of the playthrough, and then into harder dungeons, then into easier dungeons, and kind of go back and forth. But we have a tomato here, and a love nugget, huh? As somebody who frankly hates tomatoes. Ew. It's 40 Pocos though, so we'll take it. There is gonna be one big change to how I do dungeons going forward though. And that is that I'm not going to bother bringing enemies to the ship. Because our debt's repaid, and I only was really bringing enemies to the ship before because I wanted to make sure I reached our debt, the 10,000 by time I finished the Frontier Cavern in the Valley of Repose. So that's the big reason why I wanted to make sure I did it. There's nothing over there, so don't need to deal with that. Of course the Wollywogs are behind there. So what we are going to do is I keep punching for some reason. I'm going to take the reds and I'm going to destroy that side. And that's it, I think. I think I'm just going to leave the reds here now. And I'm going to take the purples. I almost said 21. All 20 of them. And we are going to run over here on the path that has no fire now. And we are going to hopefully kill everything. Take out this Wollywog because it is in the way. Try to take out this fiery Dweevil. And really? Oh, there's a duck over there looking at me weird. That's kind of funny. Take out this Wollywog. And then, yeah, just the fiery Dweevils left that we can take out. And then, honestly, I'll just have the reds deal with these two fire geysers, and we can start bringing everything back. I just got dropped again. Grab you guys, and we need to take out these fire geysers before they... Oh, they got the head out. Hurry! Quickly! And then I need to put a couple on that, and put a couple on this. Not the Wollywog. Go ahead and put a couple more on that. And that should be good, I think. What's our duck head called? It's so weird that it's just the head of the duck. Paradoxical Enigma. Sure, it's 80 Pocos, so we'll take it. I need to grab these Pikmin so that we can immediately go after we get this stuff. And got some blackberry soda, delicious. Creative Inspiration, which is only Creative Inspiration in the US edition. In the Europe edition of the game, it's a activity arouser. which just sounds wrong, by the way. Which probably is why they changed it for the US edition. And the Japanese edition is Milky Team. And we are just going to stand here and wait for the lipstick, which in the US and the Europe edition is called Lip Service, and in the Japanese edition it is called the Family Raft. And it is 50 Pokos. And we just grab the rest of you and have Olimar run over here because there's a fire geyser that I don't want to deal with. On to sub-level 3. Alright, we have some electrical enemies that, honestly, I'm probably just going... Not you. You the last option. Probably just going to use the purples for. All of the purples for. Because we can just kind of destroy these anode beetles. Take that one out. Take this one out. There's this gate here, but also... real effective gate you got here, guys. Take out this... Guys, we need to hit the swooping snitch bug if you don't mind. Swooping snitch bug. Alright. Just take it out. I think there's a couple of swooping snitch bugs in this. Yeah, there's at least 2. I'm gonna take this anode beetle out. Great. Hit. Nope. Ah, you lost the purple. Can we take the swooping snitch bug out? Because it's the whole reason I lost the purple. Thank you. Re-pluck these 2, which apparently were unceremoniously turned back into flowers after they were planted. Or turned into leaves after they were planted. That's done, and can we flip all of these just so they're not a problem? You guys are now attacking nothing. And you guys are also attacking nothing at this point. Can we please kill the anode beetles? Put 2 of you on that, because I believe that's what it takes to carry. I definitely hit it twice, but oh well. And we need to take out this anode beetle so that we can now bring all of these guys over. And honestly, still don't need to go through that gate. So instead, we are not going to bring that anode beetle back, but we do need to break this down. And I believe we need to break one more gate down somewhere. There is definitely something else that's important. I just don't know where it is, so I'm going to go scouting a little bit. Where is it? Because there's supposed to be something on this level to help you. Because, well, first off, let's help this on its way a little bit. Because honestly, it's taken forever. And you know what? Just go ahead and break that down. It won't take any time at all. What is our pineapple? The Pikmin always gathering around the captain is funny every time. Patience tester. To get into a can, I guess, for 130 Pokos. And yeah, there's definitely supposed to be something on this sub-level. So I'm just going to skip ahead till I find it. Alright, well, I found what I was looking for. Unfortunately, it is a Queen Candy Pop Bud when I thought this was an Ivory Candy Pop Bud. Because there is definitely something that is fully buried on this sub-level. Meaning that you should bring white Bring at least 5 whites or 10 whites, because, yeah, right here, something is buried that I cannot get. Meaning I have to come back into this dungeon at some point. But I guess on to sub-level 4. Alright. Sub-level 4. There's the way down, so don't need to deal with that. Here is an ivory candy pop bud. Thanks for that. 1 sub-level too late. Really should have put it on the 3rd sub-level. I don't know why they put it here. But we need to break down this gate too, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to release the Pikmin and go over here and fight. I'm just going to fight these water dumples. So I think I'm just going to skip ahead till they are dead, because it's probably going to take me a minute to punch them to death. Alright, the dumples are dead. And next up, it sounded like a Pikmin was dying there, but I don't think any actually died. What I need to do is I need to take these reds, and I'm also going to have the president have the purples on standby. And I'm going to throw the reds here and immediately pull them back. Because that is a hermit mad. And they are sort of difficult enemies to deal with. They will always be hiding in their hole. And what you need to do is you need to convince them to come out of their hole. And you want to try to avoid them and attack them once they are out of their little hiding place. That time actually worked fairly well, at the very least. If they grab your Pikmin, they will slowly start to bring it back to their den, and you have to kill the Crawmad before it does that, or you will lose the Pikmin. So we are just going to attempt to... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to attempt to have it attack the president, miss the president, and then we're just going to attack it once it runs out. That's the safest way I can think to kill it. Guys, it's almost dead. Just kill it. And, oh, that's a cute picture. We got a time capsule, which is just a memory locket. It's a cute picture of a dog, though, for 70 Pokos. And I need to get 1 onto the treasure, which is the main thing there. And I know there's at least 1 more thing of importance here. So I am going to... Oh, it's right there. Hiding it right in plain sight. Have those guys grab that. And then honestly, we're just gonna have Olimar take these reds and throw them into this candy pop bud. And we'll actually put you guys in that. And grab this treasure as well. What? We got chocolate. How old is this chocolate? The king of sweets for 15 Pokos. Worth less than a bottle cap, in case you're wondering. But we need to put as many Pikmin on that as possible, and I don't want to get the Crawmad. And honestly, we're just gonna pluck these Pikmin. And I think this is the last treasure on this sub-level, so we just need to wait for it to get here. And we can head on to the final sub-level. We got some Bowser matches. The Flame of Tomorrow for 10 Pokos. And yeah, that is the final treasure of this sub-level. So, on to sub-level 5. Alright, at the very least, they give us a bit of breathing room for this boss. And this is also the reason I brought 50 yellows. So, all yellows with me. Purples, stay here. I think all of you are flowers, which is good. Because I'm going to leave you right here and run into here. Because there's our boss. This is the Beady Longlegs. And the reason I brought yellows is because yellows are much better at fighting this guy. You might not want to bring as many yellows as I did because, yeah, if he stomps on your Pikmin, they die. But the reason I brought yellows is because Beady Longlegs is pretty tall. And yellows are the only Pikmin that can be thrown high enough to reach him when he is not, or when he is stomping around. But we can go ahead and get our prize for beating the Beady Longlegs. Sweet victory! That giant insect's body has crumbled to dust. I am quite relieved to know I won't have to store such an enormous bug. Analyzing soil samples. Anomaly detected. What's that glinting widget? Well, ship, it looks like a key, so let's go ahead and take it. And the reason they give you that ivory candy pop bud is because there's actually a second treasure on the sub-level, and it looks like it's going to be... Guys, why can't I want to use the whites for this, please. Yeah, it seems to be right up here, so we're just going to put a bunch of Pikmin up there and have them deal with it. But first, what's our key called? Oh, it's literally called the key. For 100 Pokos. This object seems familiar. I will combine it with the President's Parallel Dimension Controller. Why does he have a Parallel Dimension Controller? Alert! Sensors indicate a massive dimensional ship at a distant location. I'm receiving a message from a far-flung dimension. Displaying the message now. Challenge mode can now be accessed from the title screen. It appears to be total gibberish. Hopefully the message has reached its intended recipient. Pretty funny. I will name this apparently worthless device the key. So, like he said, the key gives us access to challenge mode, which I unfortunately, well, challenge mode technically I could show, but it's mostly a two-player mode, so unfortunately I won't really be able to show it to its full capability. Mostly because I do not have the internet capacity or a +2 to actually show it. Iridescent Flint Beetle. And we get diamond. We must have mined to bedrock because we found diamond. A regal diamond at that. Which also, in case you were wondering, exact same Poco amount as a bottle cap. Because that makes sense. And actually, we're just going to ignore the iridescent Flint Beetle and grab you guys. And we're just going to go and head on up. I lost 11 yellows to the Beady Longlegs. I'm just now realizing. It's a lot of a loss, but it's a loss I'm willing to take. And yeah, that is the entirety of the Citadel of Spiders. Unfortunately, I still have to go through here to get that last treasure because I didn't bring any whites. But I will just do that, I guess, at the end of a day or so at the end of a day. But we got 695 Pokos for that. I believe you can only get like 700 something Pokos if you do it completely with that final treasure, but everything considered, I think that's a good dungeon run. And Perplexing Pool, and we have 6 seconds left. So you know what? No, I was gonna... That Bloister revived very quickly. I was gonna say I'm gonna try to run over there and get it now. I don't think I have any chance of actually doing that. So we're just gonna let the day run its course. And say that it was a pretty good day. Got a total of 14 treasures in total between the surface and the dungeon. Should have been 15, but I'm bad at taking notes, I guess, and didn't write down that I needed white Pikmin. Also, get out of here, you sheer grub. Or sheer wig. What is our daily report? Total found 1,005 Pokos. And we lost 5 red, same. Wow, how did we stay even with yellows? How did that make sense? That doesn't make sense at all. I don't know how I didn't lose any yellows at all. Also, now that the president is with us, he won't send us mail anymore. So we get mail from some interesting characters, to say the least. But this is the president's wife, so some president. That's a terrible voice. Some president, you are. Some president, you are. I just got back from vacation and found out you're on a treasure hunt. Well, don't bother coming home until you've found every item on your list. I don't know what that voice was, but also, I'm not going to apologize for it. But I think that was a pretty successful day. Besides the one treasure, we got everything between the Citadel spiders and above ground. So I think we are going to call this an episode. So I hope that you enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Next time, we head back to the Perplexing Pool to try to get that last above ground treasure, as well as maybe go into another dungeon. But until then, happy adventuring.